What's up, guys? It's King Synchro Mark here, coming at you with a deck profile. Oh, by the way, good morning. Sorry, didn't say that. Coming at you with a deck profile. This is one of my favorites. I love this deck. It's a Utopia deck. I've actually run with this, but I decided to rebuild it. So my buddy here, Dragon Master Dan, helped me put it together earlier yesterday. So it's not done yet. It still needs some improvements. So let's get into it. Alright, we're going to start out with the monsters. First, I run with Dragon Pit, Magician. No, I do not use this as a scale, and no, I don't use it because of its effect. I only use it as a level 4 monster. But overall, it has good attack and defense. Well, kind of defense, but I think it's just good for an attack if I need it. So, alright, I have 3 Gollenbergs. Really good card. When he's normal summon, you can special summon a 4 from your hand. Simple as that.
Self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory. If anybody knows this card, I think everybody would simply run this. 3, best card. Alright, next is 2. This card is my favorite.
That's not 2.
Well,
keep looking.
3. My bad. I didn't see that. 3, I think it says Hobart Knight or Assault Harbor, or yeah.
Assault Haliber.
Yes. This card is great for a second turn.
People who use level 4s, who run warriors, you know this card. This is self-explanatory.
Yep. Typically.
This is turn 2 card.
Turn 2. Okay. Now I run 1 Venom Sword. Good card. Good level 4.
Why only 1?
2 is a little too much. Its effect is really good, even though you can bring back a ZW, whatever, from your, I think it's from your graveyard. And it's just overall, I think it's just a good card.
Okay.
So. And I run 1 ZW Ultimate Shield. I don't really use this card for its effect. I just kind of use it for a level 4 and has really good defense. So I can defend if I need to. Kind of. Yeah. So I don't really use it for its effect. Just a kind of a normal level 4 monster.
Okay.
Right. I run 1 Tuscan Knight. Very good card. I love its effect. Especially if it special summons itself from the grave, which is really good if you're being attacked. So, you know, I think it says that, doesn't it?
3 minutes into the video. You're 3 minutes into the video.
Okay. Kind of self-explanatory if everybody knows Tuscan Knight. Okay. I run 1 Tinville Goldfish. Everybody knows this card. I would like to run more because this is a really good card. So, like I said, this deck's not finished yet. So, I would eventually run more of this.
Okay.
I run 1 Honest. Let me make sure there's one. Okay. Honest, really good card. Everybody knows this card.
Yep.
Kind of self-explanatory.
Honest is honest.
Honest is honest. I run 1 Photon Thrasher. I may or may not bump it up to 2 because it's a really good, but it's the same effect as
Haliber.
So, yeah. And if anybody knows who runs a Photon deck would know Thrasher's effect really well. So, I won 1 Raiden. Raiden's an okay card.
Raiden's self-explanatory.
It's kind of self-explanatory. A tuner. I don't really use it as a tuner, but yeah.
For anybody who wants to know Raiden's effect, just look up Light Swarm Rulers.
Yep. I run 1 ZW Slimper Mail. I don't use this card for its effect. It's just a level 4 monster. So.
Has its effect ever came into play?
There times where I need to use it and may help my utopia, but otherwise, no. I would actually just keep it at one.
Okay.
I wouldn't really run multiple copies. I run one Kage to Kage. I would actually run 3 of these because it's really good. Well, I may actually just bump it up to 2 because 3 might be clogging up a little bit. So 2 might be the best choice. I mean, if everybody knows Kage to Kage, simple.
Yeah.
Really not that hard. I run one Statue of Heavens. This card can really shut down a lot of decks. Let's say...
For what people don't know, this is one of them old school cards that pretty much
says fuck you to any other decks.
Yeah, because it won't let you special summon anything except for its attribute.
Yep.
And for that one, happens to be light.
So, I run one Gaga Magician. I don't really use its effect, which may come in handy later on if I need to, but I really don't use them for any other thing other than just a level 4 monster. I mean, everybody knows what Gaga Magician does, so. I run one Electric Turtle. This card is actually really good. I may bump it up to a 2 since it's have a good effect, and most of you know what Electric Turtle does. So.
You do know its effect can only be used once per duel.
Yes.
Why would you bump it up to 2?
Well, I don't know. Maybe not the best idea, but...
Hey, it's something to think about.
Something to think about. I won one VLS. This card is simple.
Self-explanatory. Keep it moving.
Yep.
Everyone knows what it does.
Yep. And I run one ZW Bringer. I would run one more of this. This card is great. It's a good support for Utopia. So, yeah. Alright.
Moving on to spells.
Alright. My spells. Here we go. I run one spell Shattering Arrow and one Twin Twister. These cards are good. Spell Shattering Arrow. This is a burn card. You can burn your opponent for spell cards when they activate him. It doesn't negate him. That's the bad thing about this card. But it also burns your opponent for damage. Twin Twister. You can discard a card and destroy 2 spells or traps on the field. Really good. Better than MST. Legit. So those are those. I run one sword art. Sword Revealing Light. This card is good to stall if you need it. Everybody knows what this card does.
You ever going to replace it?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I would replace it with, but I may just bump it up one if I have to.
Because I mean, stalling doesn't really help anymore in this day and age.
Nope. So everybody knows what Sword Revealing Light does.
Yeah, old card.
Old card. I won one Reverse Breaker. This card is actually really good if you equipped it to like a Utopia or a Utopia Ray. The good thing about this card, your opponent cannot activate any spells or traps when you activate this, which is really good. And it can really mess up your opponent. So, yeah. I won one Reinforcement of the Army. Why Konami loaded this, I do not freaking know. It was retarded.
Damn you, Konami!
This is a really good card for this deck. I don't know why, but but everybody knows what Rhoda does.
Yeah. I think they were just trying to hurt Teller Knights.
Yep. I won run Dark Eruption. I should run multiple. Well, maybe I'll just keep it at 1. I don't really run that many darks. So, overall, it's actually a good card if I need, like, my Kage to Kage or something. I can just, bring it back. So, try myself. I won one Shining Hope Road. I've been thinking about running multiples, but the only problem is lights. Or card is really, really good if you need it. I mean, I know. Kind of a good card, so. Okay, so I'm going to put all these out like this. So I run 2 Variants. Simple. Variant ranks up Utopia. That's all it does. Astro Force is a good card. I mean, I just use it for Utopic Dragon. And rank down, I can just rank down Ray or Victory down, or not Ray, but Victory or V down to Utopia. So those are those. All right.
Pretty much just the rank up cards from Zetzel.
Yep.
If you ever remember that, show people.
All right. There's all the spells.
Moving on to the traps.
All right. I'm gonna try to speed it up a little bit. I run 1 Black Point of Heaven. Everybody knows what this card does.
Simple.
I run 1 Spellbinding Circle.
Old school card.
Yugi. I run 1 Magical Cylinder. Everybody knows what this does.
If you don't know what it does, either you're a noob and have just started off, or you really
don't play much.
Yeah, you really don't play the game.
Okay. I won 1 Pulse Evacuation Device. Good card. Everybody knows what this card does.
It's the reason why I got hit to 1.
Yep. Really. I won 1 Deep Trap Hole. Deep Trap Hole. Good card overall. Only bad part is it's gotta be level 5 or higher.
Yeah.
That's the only downsides of this card, but yeah. I won 1 Trap Hole.
Time Space Trap Hole.
Yep. Only bad thing, you take damage afterwards. That's the only bad side effect of this card. So.
Is it really worth it in the long run?
Yeah, because you hit your opponent, get rid of their monsters. You get hit with damage. Oh well. So, I won Run Radiant Dark Force. Kind of obvious. Everybody knows what this card does.
Radiant Dark Force?
Or Radiant Mirror Force. Whatever. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. But everybody knows what this card does. It's just a good card to have. And then I won 1 Mirror Force. Everybody knows what Mirror Force does. Everybody runs it most of the time, but I just won 1 for now. It just works. So
it's an okay card.
Yeah.
Don't rely on it.
Nope. Alright, there's the traps. Now for the extra deck. Here we go. 3 Utopias. Simple.
Needed it.
Good card overall. I won 1 Ray. Ray's good when you need him. You can rank him up. You can just use him as a last ditch effort if you need to. But everybody knows what Ray does, so. From Zetzel, by the way. I won 1 Prime. If I absolutely need to push for game, he's the one I go to. Absolutely a good card. Bad thing is, he's paying life points. That card is going to be it's a very risky card to play. You really have to. But I think everybody knows what Prime does, so. I won 1 of 1. Everybody knows this card. Very good.
Yeah, about everybody plays with it, so yeah.
Simple.
Yep.
I won 1 Maestro, which, by the way, my friend over here, Dragon Master Dan, just pulled this yesterday. Good card. Overall, and yeah, so everybody knows what Maestro does. And then 1 Gaga Samurai. I guess he's just in there for a rank 4 monster. He's actually not that bad. 1900, rank 4.
Do you think you'd ever switch him up with anybody else?
Yeah, I might switch him up for Beyond, which I don't have yet. So, yeah.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do with.
Yep.
That's our motto.
That's the rank 4s. Alright. Here we go. For the 5s, we got Utopia Ray V. Very good card. I love going to this if I need to. Can hit your opponent with damage, hit him with more.
Self-explanatory.
And 1 Utopia Ray actually 2 Utopia Ray victories. I had to catch myself there.
Count your cards.
Yep. Yep. This card is really badass, especially when you combine it with Bringer.
Yep.
And then if you have that statue, you can just basically shut down your opponent and just hit him. And I just like his
Probably mostly just lock up the game.
Yep.
And end it.
Yep. Alright. And then finally I run 2 Utopic Dragons. Very good card. I've actually summoned both, well, not summoned both of these. I've actually used this in my duel yesterday with Dan, Dragon Master Dan, and I actually won the first duel with this card. So, yep.
So, do you ever think you'll make this competitive?
I think so. If I had Beyond, which I'm still missing, I'm still missing a couple other cards. Overall, I think I could improve it more, and I just need more of the support for it. So.
And also, another question. YCS is coming up. Is this the deck you're going to be bringing?
Maybe if I got all the support for it.
Alright.
It may be a really good deck to run for the YCS. So.
Alright.
Alright, this is King Synchro Mark signing off. See you guys.